They were always arriving somewhere new, always strangers, always the family that didn't quite belong yet in the place they were living. Young Amancio learned early what it meant to have no roots, to pack your whole life into boxes, to walk into a new school where every face was unfamiliar, and pretend it didn't hurt. But through all the moving, through every cold apartment and every new street and every unfamiliar city, there was one constant: his mother's face. Warm, certain, undefeated. No matter what the world did to them, Josefa's face said, "We are okay. We are together. We are enough." Until the day it didn't. It was an ordinary morning. The kind of morning that does not announce itself. No thunder. No warning. No sign from the universe that something is about to happen that a boy will carry inside him for the next 70 years. Just cold air. Once. A gray street. And a mother walking to the grocery store with her son beside her. Amancio was 13 years old. He walked close to his mother the way boys that age still do when they think no one is watching. They entered the store. The smell of cheese, of the ordinary abundance of a place that has food when your home does not have enough. His mother picked up what the family needed, and then she went to the counter, and she looked at the shopkeeper, and she asked, very quietly, if she could take the food today and pay later. Just a few days, just until Rosendo's pay came in, just a small kindness. The kind of kindness that neighbors in small communities gave each other. The kind that costs the giver nothing and means everything to the one who receives it.
We just need a little more time, sir.
No.
Please, we just need a little more time.
I'm sorry, but a rule is a rule. I can't help you.
And he said, no. Important moment. And the mother turned 1.5, and in the turning, in that half second of motion, Amancio saw her face. Not anger, not rage, shame. Through quiet, absolute, devastating shame core of a woman who worked hard and loved deeply and tried everything a mother could try, being told by a stranger, in public, in front of her son, that she was not enough. She walked out of the store with nothing. And Amancio walked behind her, watching her shoulders, watching the way she held herself, watching the way she tried to make her back straight so the boy behind her would not know how deeply the knife had gone in. He was 13 years old, and he knew everything in that moment. He knew what poverty really was. Not the cold apartment, not the moving, not the boxes and the unfamiliar schools. Poverty was this: the look on a good woman's face when the world tells her she doesn't count. That night, Amancio Ortega did not sleep. He lay in the dark, and he made a decision. Not a plan, not a strategy, not a business model. A decision. He decided that face would never appear on anyone he loved again. Not on his mother, not on any woman who ever stood at a counter with not enough money and too much dignity. Not on the daughter he would one day have, not ever. In the morning, he told his mother he was not going back to school. He was going to work. He was 13 years old. He walked to a local shirt maker, a small clothing shop in the city of Akarua. He knocked on the door. And he asked for a job. They looked at this boy, this thin, serious, quiet boy with no skills and no experience and no credentials. They gave him the only job they would give a boy like that. Errands, deliveries, the carrying of things from one place to another. The job that says you are not yet trusted with anything that matters. He took it, and then he did something that would define the next 60 years of his life. He watched. He watched how the fabric moved, how a pair of scissors turned cloth into a shape, how a needle pulled thread through layers of material and turned something flat into something that a human body could wear. He watched how the women who came to the shop touched the fabrics. What made them pause? What made them reach out? What made them say yes? He watched the prices, the costs, the relationship between what something was made of and what someone would pay to own it. He was not running errands. He was studying. 1. He learned to sew. First roughly, then cleanly, then beautifully. His hands, which had been a schoolboy's hands, became the hands of someone who understood fabric the way a musician understands sound. Intuitively, completely, without needing to think. He grew. The boy became a young man. The young man became someone the shop trusted. And all through those years of growing, he was carrying something. The face of his mother in the grocery store. It never left him. It was the fire under everything. He saved money. Not for himself. He never spent money on himself. He wore simple clothes. He ate simply. He lived simply. He saved because he had a picture in his mind. A store. His store. A place where a woman like his mother could walk in and walk out with something beautiful, and no one would ever look at her the way the shopkeeper had looked at her and say no. Copies. And he fell in love with a woman named Rosala. She was everything. Warm and strong and clear-eyed, and she believed in him before there was anything visible to believe in. They married. They had almost nothing. Their dining room table became their factory. Just think about that for a moment. Dining room table. The same table where they ate, where they talked, where they planned their life. That table became the place where they made housecoats. Quilted housecoats, simple, beautiful, affordable garments. Amancio cut the fabric. Rosala sewed. Friends helped. The table was never just a table anymore. It was the beginning of everything. And then, a daughter was born. Her name was Sandra. Sandra Ortega Mera. And the moment Amancio held her for the first time, a dime, everything shifted. A dime, because now it was not just about his mother's face in the grocery store. Now there was this small, perfect, completely trusting face, looking up at him. And he understood something that only fathers understand, waffle when they hold their daughter for the first time and feel the absolute weight of her trust. When his daughter was born, everything changed. For years he had worked for survival, then for his mother, then for his family. But now, for the first time, he was building something for the future. Something for a little girl sleeping peacefully in her cradle. A little girl who knew nothing of poverty, nothing of empty pockets, nothing of the shame that once followed her father through a grocery store. Yet he remembered every detail, the shelves, the groceries, the embarrassment in his mother's eyes. The moment he realized that love alone was not enough, a father must also create opportunity. And he made a silent promise. My daughter will never feel what I felt. The small workshop became too small. Orders multiplied, customers returned, word spread. People weren't just buying clothes, they were buying speed. Fashion that arrived before everyone else. Fashion that felt alive. And while others were planning for next year, he was planning for next week. One store became 2. 2 became 10. 10 became dozens. Across Spain, new Zara stores began appearing, each one carrying the same idea. Listen to people, move fast, never stop adapting. Scene 5 Empire rising, factories expanded, designers joined, trucks moved day and night. What had started inside a living room was becoming an empire. And still, he worked as if he had nothing, as if failure was waiting outside the door. Soon, Spain was not enough. The world opened its doors. Portugal, France, Italy, Germany, America, city after city, country after country. The name Zara began appearing everywhere. Years passed. His daughter grew older, walking through stores filled with people, seeing a brand recognized around the world. But she would never know the feeling her father knew. The feeling of standing helplessly beside a mother who could not afford something simple. And that was exact inheritance, not through privilege, but through decades of relentless work. A promise made in silence, a promise that became Zara. Scene 9 ending today, millions know the brand, few know the story. But behind every Zara store stands a boy who once watched his mother struggle and decided that one day he would change his family's future forever. Final line behind every empire, there is a promise. Behind Zara, there was a son who could not bear to watch his mother suffer, and a father who refused to let his daughter feel the same pain. That promise became Zara.